When it comes to apples, are you a skin or no skin kind of person? I'm your host, Dana Giesbrecht. This is Go Edmonton, and today we are in the kitchen with our orchardist, Darcel Markgraf, making apple butter. Did you know that February is apple month? Well, if you didn't, now you do. And we're going to have some fun facts about apples on the show today, as well as learn why you should always keep the skin on. But up first, Shaw TV's Alexa McLean learns the story of a local hockey player who had to reinvent his identity after a terrible accident. Thanks, Alexa. Up next, imagine having to travel 1,000,000 miles away from home to follow your dreams. That's the reality for these next dancers. Here's Shaw TV's Bianca Jade. So many beautiful colors of apples. Stay tuned after the break. We're getting busy in the kitchen making apple butter with Darcel, plus some apple fun facts. We'll be right back. Oh, doesn't this look good? A big pot full of baby food. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are with our orchardist, Darcel Markgraf, and we're making an old world recipe, apple butter, because February is apple month. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about some fun facts about apples and some tips for dieters. Did you know if you eat an apple before every meal, it's a great weight loss tool? Darcel is straining our apple butter at the moment, and with the magic of television, we're making this quite quickly, but typically this recipe takes you 15 to 20 hours to make in the comfort of your own home. See it all come together in just a minute, but right now we have the inspirational story of a 17-year-old settler teen who came out online, and now her video, Accept It, is touching people worldwide. Up next, we meet a monster truck driver from Calgary who's claimed something from here in Edmonton as his lucky charm. Here's Shaw TV's Dave Dawson with your Go Sports report. All right, we have stolen her away from the stove for a minute. This is our orchardist, Darcel Markgraf, and we're learning all about Apple Month. So first off, why do we need a month dedicated to apples?
Canadians definitely need their fresh fruit in the winter, and February is a great time, Valentine's Day, heart health, and apples are available through the winter now in Canada due to great storage, and we're just here celebrating that with a super recipe.
Awesome. Now tell me about the kinds of apples that would do well here in the capital region, because obviously, as we all know, nothing's growing outdoors right now.
Well, in the apple world, the main thing is the rootstock. You're going to want something that's really winter hardy, obviously, and most of those come back to the famous Canadian apple, the Macintosh. So Macs do well, transparents do well, and it's about a 10 to 20 year investment to get them growing good. So.
Wow, interesting. Who would benefit most from incorporating more apples into their day-to-day diet?
You know, apples fit all along the life cycle. My kids loved applesauce that was their first food, of course, and also in the lunchbox. But senior citizens do well because they often don't get enough fluid, and fiber is an issue, and also heart health. February, they're great for lowering cholesterol. So just about everybody does well with apples.
You also told me something interesting about the red skin of the apple and why it's important to also never peel that off because it's great for you.
That's right. Most of the antioxidants are in the skin. Most of the vitamins and fluid and minerals are in the flesh. So you want to eat the whole apple when you can. And it's interesting because different colors apples have different levels of antioxidants. So you want to mix them up and eat different varieties.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Darcel. Stay tuned. We're going to finish our apple butter after the break. Just a little bit of muscle power to strain our apples, but Darcel here is doing a fantastic job. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, Darcel is our orchardist in the kitchen today, and we have a variety of apples in front of us as we talk about the benefits of incorporating more apples into your diet, February being apple month. And the apple butter is an old world recipe. It typically takes 15 to 20 hours to complete this, but with the magic of television, we're speeding things up a little bit for you today. Stay tuned. We're going to finish off this recipe in just a moment, but first we learn how STARS paramedics are trained using human simulators. Here's Shaw TV's Tim Dancy. Up next, we learn how an Edmonton-born playwright is exploring the hot topics of oil sands and pipeline expansions in his creative new play. Here's Shaw TV's Jen McDonald. Some brown sugar to sweeten things up, and then spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. The recipe in just a moment, but first, here's your on-the-go calendar. All right, warm apple butter. This is exciting. 15 hours to make this. That's a big spoonful. The full recipe at bctree.com, where you can also find some fun facts about apples. A big thank you to our orchardist, Darcel Markgraf, for being in the kitchen. I've been your host, Dani Giesbrecht, happily eating apple butter. We'll see you next time. Healthy and delicious.